Hello, I'm Aaron Lavold, and this presentation is on Group 5's project, Finding the Top Collaboration Tools for Computer Science Students, a recommendation report. Again, this is for Group 5. The team members of Group 5 are Dean Hall, DJ Lim, Liz Lim, Aaron Lavold, and Chris Simmons. And I am Aaron Lavold. Why this topic for a report? We had a couple of reasons, so let's just go over those real quick. Virtual teams are becoming a commonplace thing, and it's important for us as students to come out into the workplace with a good tool belt of virtual tools that we can use to collaborate. Effective collaboration is essential for success nowadays. In the courses and the syllabus, there's little to no guidance on which technologies to use. And we all on our team have felt the personal frustration of trying to settle on a technology to use while collaborating as a group. And we have a desire to help others save time. So the recommendation scope is collaboration technologies in the following categories: code collaboration and sharing, collaboration through audio and video, instant messaging, question and answer discussion boards, document collaboration and sharing, and our target audience is the computer science faculty and curriculum designers. Our intended outcome is that we come up with a list of good technologies that fit the bill for these collaboration categories that students can know that are good quality products and don't have to go out there and try and figure out what to use. And then to get that list integrated into the course curriculum. Our analysis methods were to first establish criteria for the target technology, that being what categories did we want to look at, and then which products within the categories were good candidates to study. Then we went and rated each product or service based on the criteria we established. We determined a weighting multiplier for each of the criteria, because some of the criteria may be more important to students than other criterias or functionalities of a product or service. Then we calculate the criteria score for the product service by multiplying the score we gave it, the rating we gave the product, times its multiplier to come up with a number. And then once we've rated all the criterias, we add up the scores and get a total score for that particular product or service. And obviously, the higher the score, the better. The first category we looked at was repository development. And so let's look at repository tools that we analyzed. We analyzed GitHub, Bitbucket, and Visual Studio Team Services. Of those, we found that our recommendation for the repository would be GitHub. The key considerations that helped us decide to go with GitHub were that GitHub has no limit on the number of users. GitHub is more user-friendly when it comes to new programmers or people that are just beginning out using a repository or code sharing tool, and based on our analysis scores that we did. GitHub got a 47, which was 4 points higher than Bitbucket, the next closest. Next, we looked at development tools. And by development tools, we're looking for real-time development tools where people can work together in real time. We looked at CodeShare.io, CodeAnywhere.com, and Visual Studio Community Edition. Of those tools that we analyzed, we decided to make our development tool recommendation for Code Anywhere. It was a more rounded offering, and it was free. Next, we're looking at development tools, the key considerations that helped us decide to go with Code Anywhere. Like I said, Code Anywhere has real-time coding and sharing. It supports multiple programming languages, so you can program anything from Python to C Sharp. And based on the scores and the analysis scorecard, Code Anywhere got a 69, which was considerably higher than any of the others that were analyzed. Our next category is audio and video communications. The services that we analyzed in this category were Skype for Business and Google Hangouts. And our audio video communication recommendation based on our analysis is Google Hangouts. The key considerations that helped us in making this decision were that Google Hangouts have high call quality and video quality. They're also, it's free to use Google Hangouts. And based on the scores analysis scorecard, Google Hangouts handily beat Skype for Business. Our next category is instant messaging. The instant messaging tools that we analyzed were Skype for Business, Google Hangouts, and Slack. Based on the analysis we did in this category of instant messaging tools, we decided to recommend Slack as our chosen tool. The reason we chose Slack has to do with these key considerations. Slack allows unlimited users. Slack can be expanded with app add-ons, and there's literally hundreds of app add-ons in their little store, and most of them are free. You can add anything from project management tools to calendars to making phone calls. And the last consideration was the overall score, which Slack nudged out Google Hangouts by 4 points. Our next category is real-time document collaboration. And the tools we analyze in this category are Google Docs, Microsoft Office 365, and Zoho Docs. All these applications for real-time document collaboration were really good, but there was one that stood out above the rest, and that one is our recommendation of Microsoft Office 365. And the key considerations that helped us make this decision are Office 365 has real-time editing on the web and desktop. You can edit cloud documents in the desktop application, which gives you the full functionality of Word and not just a web-based version of it. And you can toggle back and forth between editing in the desktop application and editing on the internet in a web application. And regardless of which one you're doing, you can do it in real time. You can see everyone that's editing on it. It's an excellent tool. And based on our analysis scores, you can see that Microsoft just edged out Google Docs by 3 points and was only 5 ahead of Zoho. So they're all really good applications, but the ability to toggle back and forth from the desktop and the web really made Microsoft Office 365 stand out. Our next category is question and answer message boards. These are message boards you can go out and ask questions of a technical nature, get help with coding, get suggestions from people who are more seasoned than yourself, or if you're just banging your head against a problem. These message boards are very helpful. We decided to analyze 2 of them. The first is Stack Overflow, and the second is Quora. And based on that analysis, we determined that Stack Overflow would be our recommendation. The key considerations that helped us come to this decision are that Stack Overflow has a much more active user community, and they're much more willing to answer questions and to give help to people. And Stack Overflow has a quick and effective search capability that makes it easy for you before you pose a question to go out and see if someone else already asked it and if it's already been answered. And you can find that out fairly quickly, and if you don't see it, then you can ask a question and get it answered in a relatively quick manner. And finally, the scorecard scores helped us determine that Stack Overflow would be our choice are in the table below. And as you can see, Stack Overflow beat out Quora handily. Now, to summarize our recommendation report, the purpose of the report was to recommend collaboration technologies, and we did that in 5 categories of 6 products. And those products are GitHub for code repository and code sharing, CodeAnywhere.com for real-time development and coding, Google Hangouts for audio and video communications, Slack for instant messaging and file sharing, Office 365 for real-time document collaboration, and Stack Overflow for question and answer message boards. Thank you for your time and have a great day.